Hello, this is Miss Taylor 1976. Welcome to my channel and Happy New Year. Oh my God, I have not put up a video since December, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot of things going on as a loner trying to have content that will help people. The goal of my channel here is to help people exist as an independent entity and to help people get over their emotions of feeling alone and abandoned or rejected, because to be by yourself is really how you get to test your strengths in life. So I want to say to my followers that have come on, my subscribers, thank you so much for being here and thank you for being patient. So another reason why I haven't put up a video is because I've run out of video space on my phone and I need to chuck some videos and I don't know what to chuck and I don't know where to. I do know I could, transfer them, all this other blah, 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 blah. I need an IT department. We're just going to go there. So today's topic is, this is a juicy one, guys. How do loners achieve intimacy and sexual relations? Oh boy, let's talk about it. So I'm looking kind of crazy. Car Chronicles again. I went to the gym this morning. I took myself to a wonderful lunch, a steak and eggs lunch with a mimosa. Oh, it's only Thursday and I'm feeling fantastic. But I want to talk about, loner does not necessarily mean celibate. And it does not mean not wanting human relations, okay? I want to make sure I describe that to people because it's healthy. It's healthy to have human contact. There are some people that don't like it, and I'm not talking about those that have uncomfortable anxiety around other people. I don't, right? I don't have an uncomfortable anxiety around other people. I just know that people mostly are phony as fuck, and you have to take what other people say with a grain of salt. You have integrity, don't worry about other people's integrity, but take everybody with a grain of salt, including yourself. So, sexual relations. I'm going to speak from my experience. Anyone that has a different experience, please feel free to comment, share. I would love to have this conversation. How long have I been a loner? Just because I've been a loner does not mean I've been celibate. There was a while, 4.5 years, where I abstained from sexual relations. 4.5 years. And when I say that was physically starting to get uncomfortable, my body started to fall apart in so many different ways. I used to have stress knots in my back. My sciatica was acting up. There was so many things that were off balance in my system because I wasn't engaging in loving contact, hugs, kisses, sleeping next to someone, cuddling, being intimate, not necessarily sex, but the intimacy. The hard part about platonic relationships, in my opinion, in my point of view, is that, they're not as emotionally supportive as you like them to be. Regardless of my androgynous looking self, I am a heterosexual, natural born woman. And I love the company of men. But because I'm so independent and independent thinking and strong-willed and motivated and goal-driven, it's to my detriment. I really have not focused on relationships as a necessity because when other people are insecure, not as goal-driven, don't know what to do, they're complacent in escapism, the relationship becomes bored to me. A relationship that has too much sex becomes boring, and a relationship that doesn't have enough sex becomes boring. And I'm just a crazy female. I like a nice mix. I like a nice mix of sex and conversation, or sex and intimacy, or sex, care, and concern. There we go. Right? I want to care, love, cherish, support, nurture the person that I'm being intimate with. I want to build a foundation of us respecting each other and expecting each other. We are each other's favorite person to be around because there's a replenishment of emotions after a long and hard day of dealing with the world. And I always wanted relationships to be that way, but what men are, when it's from my point of view, some of them are tyrannical, some of them have an inferiority complex. When women are better than men, he doesn't know how to handle it, so he tries to abuse your emotions because he can't match your intellect. Ha ha! Holla! And you know what? This fucking manosphere tries to act as if women have some kind of issue, but no, women have issues with men underachieving. That's our issue with men. I'm going to say black women and black men because that's the point of view that I come from. So, yeah, we could be a couple, we could yin and yang each other, but I will never be able to say to you, like, I want to follow you, I want you to lead, but if I'm smart in some areas, encourage that area where I'm smart. I'll teach you. You'll teach me. It's not that big a deal. I'm sorry, I took a pause because the bus was turning, and I just wanted to make sure if I had to double back real quick. Car Chronicles, New York City, I got to drive. All right, so what is it about intimacy as a loner, right? I understand that this relationship is temporary. That's how loners have to think. Everything is temporary. Don't get caught up or suck it into a long-term point of view. Take everything day by day. Because people switch. People love to have their character mask on for a while. And then when they take it off, they're like, well, this is me and deal with it. You misled me down this path. I'm not dealing with it. That's my issue too. People feel like courting, right, comes to an end. But it really doesn't. It really doesn't. You have to keep people engaged. Nurture the relationship. And as a loner, how do you do that? How do you do that when you're just always expecting to be by yourself? You're just expecting it. Well, I would like to know what are some ways that other people like to be in touch, even though they're by themselves a lot. For me personally, I like to wait for people to want to seek me. Otherwise, I'm totally comfortable in my own mind space trying to process the emotions of events or what happened to me. But when it comes to sexual relations, I don't want to think about any of that. I really want to be my partner's pleasure. And I want that person to be my pleasure also. The conflict is natural, but it's not necessary unless you just didn't understand about the other person. And those things are like learning bumps about people. Not all conflict has to be an all-out war. And I don't, I can always understand compromise more than I can understand conflict. If I did something that I didn't know was something you didn't like, then being upset with me is ridiculous. Like, you got to be like, you didn't know. But if after you told me this and I'm still doing this, then yeah, I can understand the conflict. But relationships, as a loner, take them one day at a time and understand that they're temporary. So that's my biggest advice for sexual relations or having some kind of partnership. Even though, like, psychologically and mentally you're a loner, you don't need this partner per se to function in life, but you do make a space to have a human connection and some kind of human intimacy so that it can help propel you in everything else you want to do with yourself. And that's the best advice I have as a loner lifestyle, a loner that loves to love, and I hope you are too. So thank you for joining. I'm going to let this go. I want everyone to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me if you can on Instagram, Miss Taylor 1976. I hope you all have a great day and as always in good health, mentally, spiritually, and financially. So thank you again. Bye.